This living room is the selling point of this apartment. Essentially, we've turned it completely upside down and made it the maximum that it can be. Originally, the developer plan foresaw a sectional sofa in this corner here, which would have been practically facing the back of another building out there. By turning everything around, we've created a space that's not only open, but it's facing the right way. Let me show you. What's really making this space stand out, it's the depth of the materials that we've used and the textures that come to play. We've got this beautiful fabric on our Brazilian accent chairs. There's a leather feature down here. We've got black marble on the coffee table, and all these come into play to create a very upscale feel, and definitely a moment where you want to be here and just enjoy the view. Open concept living space actually presented a special challenge because it is very tricky to work with diagonal angles, and we've really reimagined everything in here to make it flow as best as possible. Not only that, by moving the dining room around, we've actually created another space, which is this breakfast nook over here. Just a little something accentuated with a bench and a round table and a couple of chairs for when mom is in the kitchen and cooking, the kids can be here and do their homework. Just a little something to imagine what this space can be. And then we've moved the dining table into the middle of this space over here, where there was essentially not going to be anything, and you'll find that there's ample space for a table for 8. We have 5 stools by the bar, there's a breakfast nook over there, and of course the living room that we discussed earlier. Walking into this master, we wanted to continue the feel that we created with a lot of texture and different materials that we're employing here. So you have this fur throw blanket on top, there is velvet in the pillows, you've got glass and metal that's all playing together, and then we've got also this really cool floating shelf that's got a black leather finish, which adds more depth to the entire space. So it was very important to make sure that this room feels very luxurious and sumptuous. This is the family room of this apartment. It's located right next to the entrance, so here it was also important to define the space and maximize the use of it as much as possible. The developer floor plan, again, didn't really give for the best possible use, so we came in and we created our own layout concept, which basically meant putting in a sectional sofa along the main wall and then using the opposite wall here to create a space for the TV that would allow for the entire space to come together, and you don't actually feel that you have a hallway that's crossing through. In times like these, it's very important to have a comfortable and spacious home office. So this is what we've done in this room, where you have a desk with an accent chair, very cool zigzag chair, a gallery wall above it just to give a few impressions. And then on the opposite end of the room, you'll find a daybed with a mid-century touch and a mid-century light, as well as a TV that's positioned so that if you didn't want to sit at your desk and work on things that you have to do, you could take your break on the daybed and watch some TV or get caught up on the news. Here we are in the guest bedroom of this 4-bedroom penthouse in Paraiso, where we've continued the same design style that you've seen in the other spaces. So everything is very much tone on tone, a lot of texture versus color. The only color that we did introduce was a light blue in the artwork that is on the wall, because we're working with this light blue wallpaper that's already here, and so we want to bounce off of that. And so we have a pillow, decorative pillow here that carries a little bit of that shade, and then of course the artwork that I mentioned. One one of the 4 bedrooms we designed as a kid's bedroom, and it made absolute sense given the space that we had not to do 2 single beds but to do bunks instead. And so we've created this space here with comfortable pillows. We have this shelf here that gives some more space for storage and for decor, of course, which is very cute. And then my absolute favorite is the teepee over here that's just adding a little accent and makes it feel very cozy and comfortable. So when you imagine a buyer walking in with their kids, they can immediately sink into this and really feel and enjoy the space the way we intended it for them to do.